Now I'm going to be talking about decluttering a book that's pretty easy to get rid of, but also a little bit embarrassing and brings up a whole new topic that we need to talk about probably. And that is Bigger, Leaner, Stronger by some dude named Michael Matthews. I don't even know who this guy is. Oh, this is embarrassing. I think for the first time in a halfway straight video, we actually moved the camera tripod, which is unheard of. An amazing milestone has been achieved. Congratulations to everybody involved. Big thumbs up. What can I say? Look at his abs. Look at these amazing, can you see the abs? Look at these amazing washboard abs. I, like a lot of Americans, have had a lot of problem with staying in shape. Man, this is a lot more embarrassing than I thought it would be. It's not easy for me to admit that I'm the kind of person who would buy a book like this. Over 100,000 copies sold. There's at least 100,000 other people out there that spent, I don't know, what this thing cost. Whatever it cost, it was too much money. And that's no offense to Michael Matthews. He's a guy who obviously has managed to get some incredible washboard abs, at least for a minute to take this picture. I have always struggled with my body. Oh, I don't even want to start talking about it. That's... I've always struggled with my body. I don't know any other way to put it. That's an embarrassing way to start talking about this even. I feel really embarrassed right now, but here we go. We're just gonna push through. You know why? I'm close to midlife. I don't have maybe a lot of time left to figure this stuff out. So I'm gonna figure it out with you right now on camera. Go. When I was really young, I was really skinny. We should probably put in like a stock footage here, archival footage, a picture of me from when I was a kid, super skinny kid. Really gangly, skinny kid, got made fun of a lot at school because I was a big nerd and I had big glasses and I was into really nerdy stuff, and I got made fun of a lot for that. I didn't have big muscles like the other athletes and stuff. This is so embarrassing to talk about. So I always struggled with this feeling that I had to be big and strong, but I ran into a problem. Every time I would try to exercise or work out, it seemed like I could never put on any weight whatsoever. I played some sports. I was an athletic, skinny kid. You know, there's that skinny kid who seems to be able to kind of keep up with the other boys, the other kids a little bit. That was me. I was that skinny kid. But at the end of the day, any one of those guys could have, you know, beat me up anytime they want. How do I know that? Because, you know, it happened quite a few times. So anyway, fast forward to like college, and I decided to, I'm gonna get serious. I'm really gonna try again, and I'm gonna approach this exercise thing and this lifting weights thing, and I'm really gonna get serious about it. And I did for a little while. There was like maybe a year and a half, where I felt like I was finally getting some muscle definition. But then when I moved from college into my career, primarily what I was doing all day was sitting in front of a computer. And sitting in front of a computer all day makes it so that you don't really move around a lot. When you don't move around a lot, as a lot of Americans, my fellow Americans, we don't move around very much anymore like we don't here. We just kind of drive back and forth from our job to our house, different places to sit down. When you don't do that, then you start getting out of shape. And like over the last 20 years, that's basically what I've been doing. Just a slow slide, a slow decline into getting out of shape. And then at different intervals during that slow decline, I get these bursts of ambition. Like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start a new exercise routine, or I'm gonna start a new whatever exercise regimen. And this is the embarrassing part. A lot of the times, what I do instead of doing what I know I should do, which is go make some small progress, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups a little bit each day, I'll hear some sales pitch, or I'll listen to some podcast and it'll talk about the great results gotten from some book. And then, like some desperate fool, I'll go plunk down like 20 bucks on it. And that's how I ended up with this thing. And then what do? Well, in the case of this book, I did, unfortunately, what I've done before. This isn't the first time I've done this. I buy this book, I have the best of intentions, and I'm gonna start out by reading the book. So you would think, you know, you want to start exercising, maybe you should start out by exercising. But instead I think, no, I need to get a good plan in place. And the way I'm going to do that is I've learned about this great book that's going to help me get a great plan in place. So I'm going to read this book. I wish I had a good excuse for what happens next, but I just don't. I guess it's just laziness or lack of willpower or something. I still can't figure out quite exactly what it is that happens when I get to this next part. But here's what happens. I start reading through this book and I get about a tenth of the way through, and I get this feeling like I've accomplished something, and then I quit. I stop reading the book and I don't do any exercise. And then I just kind of give up. It turns out this decluttering thing isn't just about getting rid of these objects. It's also about dealing with some of these past regrets, and I don't know, this is just really embarrassing to admit that I've been on this cycle of books like this. I got nothing against this dude. I know there's a whole billion-dollar industry, especially in America, of people that are producing content exactly like this, and I'm consuming it in exactly the way that you're not supposed to. That's the really frustrating part. That's the really embarrassing part, because I feel like I should definitely know better, but I'm doing it anyway. This book may in itself be a very good book. I can't speak to whether it is or isn't because I only made it like a tenth of the way through, and I certainly didn't put any of the things within it into practice. So that doesn't leave me with really anything to tell you about this book at all. Try it out, don't try it out, I have no idea. I think I just lost the windscreen on my microphone. I don't know what the sound sounds like now because I don't have a windscreen on my mic, but we're just gonna push through because I don't really have any other options. What I can definitely tell you for sure about this book is that you shouldn't use it in the way that I did. You won't get any good results. You shouldn't buy this thing, then read a tenth of it, then do no exercise. In fact, I feel like if you wanted to start an exercise regimen, maybe the best way to do it is go for a walk. Do some sit-ups, do a few push-ups maybe, and try to do that a little bit each day and then build up in the amount. You know, maybe once you get to a point where you decide, okay, I need to build up the amount of exercise that I'm doing and increase it to more of a challenging level, then okay, seek out some resources. But don't buy a book, go online. There's lots of great free stuff that you can find online. You don't need to buy a book to start doing this stuff, okay? Who am I really talking to right now? I think I'm just talking to myself.